Hey there, YouTube. I just wanted to say hi and just chit chat with a little bit of what's been going on in my world. So sorry about the lighting here. Um, I haven't worked a day this week. This is Friday. Um, I came down with bronchitis Sunday night ish, and I typically get bronchitis, and then if I don't treat it, usually this is how it goes. I start feeling like crap. I don't go to the doctor. I start breathing really bad. I get a lot of postnasal drip, so I don't sleep at night. I'm constantly coughing. My coughing causes me to cough more. I'm exhausted from coughing, not sleeping, coughing stuff up. And after about 2 weeks of this, I finally go to the doctor with a fever. I haven't slept very well in 2 weeks. Maybe an hour or two of consistent sleep a night. Oops, sorry, I just about dropped this. I don't want to drop you. Um, End up not sleeping well, taking just about whatever off-the-shelf medication I can just to get sleep and possibly mask symptoms, because I know I need rest, and that rest will help recover. So anyways, my wife has been having allergy issues. She's from Eastern Washington, and since she moved down here about 6 years ago, she has off and on allergy issues. And she was taking some allergy meds or whatever. She went to the doctor, and she's got asthma. I have exercise-induced asthma. She's got regular asthma. Mine's exercise-induced. So the only time I really notice my asthma is when I'm really like running or pushing myself really hard as far as exercise goes, and then it just takes me forever to recover. Very rarely does it actually induce an attack of any kind. It happens, but pretty rarely. Wife, on the other hand, you get a bunch of pollen in the air or excessive amount of exercise on top of like some fumes or something like that, and it can trigger an attack. She's got regular asthma. Asthma sucks. It's like, if you don't have asthma, the closest thing I can say is go get a couple of drinking straws, not the stir sticks, but drinking straws, and breathe through those as long as you can before you start feeling like crap. That's generally asthma. That's not an attack. That is asthma. It is a restricted breathing way. So anyways, so she's been pretty bad for a while. Like, she's been dealing with this for these allergy issues for 3 weeks. She tried to get into the specialist, but they're booked out until June 22nd or something like that. So it's like, until then, she's, tried different, not really prescription, but prescription like Claritin type, Allegris type stuff, as well as Benadryl and other various things. And she ended up taking just about as much as you could possibly take. And it started getting some side effects from one brand, so she had to completely get off. Anyways, it was really starting to mess with her, and she hasn't been able to get sleep very well. So, and I was starting to get congestion and stuff like that. So I was like, well, we both decided to go in Monday morning to here it's called same day care, but it's like a walk-in clinic, not an emergency, but you go to see the doctor. Anyways, we go in, and the CDC has put out a real thing. They're really pushing hard. Remember, I work at the hospital, but I'm a maintenance guy, so I don't work for the doctor or anything. Anyways, so the CDC has been really pushing, don't prescribe antibiotics to anybody that doesn't have whooping cough, strep throat, or what was the other one? Strep, whooping cough, and basically pneumonia. Those are the main three. If you have those, definitely get an antibiotic. Or if it's some other kind of bacterial infection of some kind, bladder infection, whatever. Antibiotic, everything else is a virus, and antibiotics don't do anything. And that's kind of a duh. But anyways, my history has been, I get bronchitis. I don't do anything about it because bronchitis is a virus anyways. And I don't even go to the doctor to get anything to help me sleep. And then eventually just turns into, I either get strep throat or pneumonia. And I've gotten pneumonia like 3 times in my life. Maybe twice. I don't know. I was pretty young when I got a couple of them, and then I got some walking pneumonia a couple years ago. And pneumonia is horrible stuff. It's no joke. Don't screw around. But anyways, so I'm kind of rambling here a little bit. But we go to the doctor. They give my wife a breathing treatment, which is like a nebulizer with a tube. I don't know if you've ever seen one. We can go Google image it or whatever and stuff. But basically, it aerosols a liquid medicine. So it's like, imagine taking a drinking straw, putting it in your, like a soda or a glass of water, and blowing in it. So your compressed air goes down the straw, bubbles in the drink, and then the fizzy part comes out through the rest of the opening of the bottle. Now imagine blowing really hard with like an air compressor. It's going to agitate that a ton, and all the small, it's going to make smaller air bubbles. And it goes up through a tube, and you breathe it in. So the medicine basically penetrates into the lungs, and I want to say it's a steroid, or it's, I don't know, something like that, but it helps dilate the tubes in the lungs and the bronchi, all the little openings, because in asthma you basically have restricted openings. She gets a breathing treatment. The side effect of the breathing treatment, it kind of makes you jittery. I don't know why. Excuse me. So, but they don't give us antibiotics. Now, we have never gone to the doctor with bronchitis and not gotten antibiotics because of the asthma. And the reason for this is just my thinking, the reason for this is because they don't want it to turn into something worse. Basically because your body gets worn out. I'm not a doctor, this is just my logic here, and it's probably very flawed, but they don't want you getting worn out and then making it, since your immune system will be lowered from being exhausted, then it makes a really easy target for whatever kind of bacteria to settle in and take over as well. Now you went from fighting one thing and you're exhausted and you don't have the nutrients or the energy or whatever it is to fight another infection of some kind. You're exhausted from that viral infection, and now you're going to use what little resources your body has left to fight a bacterial infection. So, the end result is we went in Monday. They gave her a prescription pill, anti-cough pill, and it's a little gel cap of some kind. Works really good. I tried one. And it lasts 6 to 8 hours, which is better than anything you can get off the shelf that I'm aware of. And it really helps reduce the coughing. It doesn't keep you from getting the stuff up out of your lungs, which you need to, but it can help you sleep. So you take it like an hour or so before you go to bed. You sleep pretty good. You cough less. You get better sleep. You get better rest. You recover faster. Blah 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 blah. So she's been using her inhaler, using the anti-cough stuff, and that's it. And she's been slowly recovering. I, on the other hand, was getting worse. So Thursday, I had my BOMI test. So I took my BOMI test, my second BOMI test. I got an 81, which is yay! One more down, one down, 2 down, 1 to go. Anyways, I did that while I was on bronchitis or had bronchitis, and then Thursday I wasn't getting any better. My coughing was getting worse. I was having harder time coughing the stuff up. My coughing was harder. My chest was tighter. The stuff was settling in my chest. It was just not good. So I go back into the same day care. I called them first in the morning, and they were like, "Yeah, if you're not recovering, you need to come back in." So I go back in. I tell them the situation. She ends up. I see a different doctor. First doctor was adamant. Well, if you don't have these, the chart says no antibiotics. And I'm like, well, this is what my history says. And I'm telling you what they've done. It's worked in the past. I don't know if it's a placebo effect or what, but this is what they've done, and this is what's worked. But you're the doctor, so whatever you say. I didn't get better. It's been like 4 days, 3 days, 4 days, something like that. So I go back in Thursday morning. She looks at my history. I tell her what it is, and it's like you go in. You tell them what's going on to the receptionist. They check you in. They give you a room. The nurse comes in. They take your blood pressure and oxygen and whatever, and they ask you the same question. So you tell them what's going on. And then by the time doctor comes in, nobody reviews any of this information, or they're checking to see if you're lying and changing your story. I don't know what it is. So I got to repeat everything for the third time, and now I'm just tired of repeating it because I did all this 3 days ago. I tell them what's going on. They end up putting me on a Z-Pack antibiotic, which is not the best, but it's better than nothing. They put me on high-dose steroids for my lungs, not the gradual step up, step down, but it's like sudden, like take 2 of these every day for 5 days to see if we can boost your whatever lung function, and then you just cut off. It's not even a taper off. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be a dick because steroids equals jerk or whatever. But anyway, so they put me on that. They gave me an inhaler. They gave me the sleeping stuff, and then let's see, they gave me 4 things. What was the other one? The stuff so I can not cough when I sleep, an inhaler, steroids, antibiotics. I guess that's 4. So they gave me those 4 things, which is more than. Oh, and the previous doctor gave me a cough syrup with codeine, I don't know. And normally it does pretty good, but I'd end up having to take. You're supposed to take 5 milliliters, which isn't very much. It wouldn't do anything for me, so I'd end up taking like 30, because quadrupling the dose will hurt you, and it's a narcotic. The nurse was like, "Don't do that. It suppresses your lung function, as cardiovascular function." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. All right, so asthma plus bronchitis plus suppressed lung function. Oh, that means I can sleep better, right? With the fishes." So, anyways, I haven't worked all week. Moving around too much just exhausts me. And I go run some errands, and then come back, hack my brains out, and it's weird because the postnasal drip, I'll lay down and cough like I'm propped up on a bunch of pillows right now. But if I lay down flat, I cough and hack and cough and hack and cough and hack and cough and hack. And some of it's kind of productive, some of it's not. I'm up, standing up. I don't hardly cough. I don't hardly cough anything up. My lungs are useless. So, anyways, I just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed. I'm recovering at home. I missed a whole week of work. Luckily, I have a vacation time, which sucks to burn it up for being sick. But, excuse me. Sorry about that. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed. I'm recovering. I should be pretty much over it by Sunday, I'm hoping. And I watch my YouTube on Xbox because I can watch it on the TV. And I love watching YouTube. And every now and then I go through Charter or Spectrum. I don't know. Whatever they're calling themselves these days. Used to be Optimum. And I constantly keep getting kicked off Xbox Live. And I don't know if it's my Xbox or my internet provider or my router or my modem, or pretty sure it's not my Wi-Fi, but I don't know. But it just gets very old getting constantly kicked off. And my dog's got to go outside. So I'll leave you there. All right. Sorry about such a long update vlog, but catch ya whatever.